Now here's the thing, the Samsung Galaxy F62 is actually a rebadged version of the Galaxy M51 which launched earlier, only that the F62 comes with an upgraded processor and is made especially for Flipkart. But when you're looking at the camera specs of these two phones, they're almost identical. Now I wanted to find out if the old but new Exynos 9825 inside this phone can actually do better processing compared to the M51. And you know what? I also actually added the Mi 10i to the mix to make it even more competitive, considering this is the best mid-range camera out there. Hi, my name is Arshad. You're watching our camera comparison between the Galaxy F62, the Mi 10i, and of course the Galaxy M51. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever my Smart Price puts out an awesome new tech video. When it comes to sharpness or details from the main camera, the Mi 10i is unbeatable in this price range. The 12 megapixel pixel bin samples from the 108 megapixel camera look absolutely crisp and sharp, as you can tell from this comparison here. From the details on the pillow cover to the chair, the Mi 10i offers crisper textures and well-defined lines compared to both the Galaxy M51 and the F62. Now I also captured full resolution shots in ample daylight. What I could tell is that in the 108 megapixel mode, Xiaomi does a lot of overprocessing to sharpen the details. Take a closer look at the trees near the water fountain for proof. In comparison, the F62 64 megapixel shot offers natural details. Move your eyes to the gate or the building on the bottom right corner to see for yourself. Also note this, the Mi 10i has a lot of green aberration in the 108 megapixel mode, especially around the balcony area. Xiaomi has done a shoddy job with the algorithm on the high-res shots. So here's the thing, if you want sharp and crisp images, go with the Mi 10i because most of the times you're going to be shooting in the pixel bin mode and not capturing 108 megapixel pictures. On the other hand, the Galaxy M51 and the Galaxy F62 will possibly give you similar levels of sharpness across the image on most occasions. Now what I noticed with the color rendering on the Galaxy F62 is that the F62 tends to botch up the reds and the blues. As you can tell from this picture, the color of the books, Normal People and Becoming are wrongly rendered by the F62. The Galaxy M51 is more accurate and the Mi 10i tends to go for a more contrasty look and ends up rendering darker hues. What I can tell you is the M51 and the F62 tend to offer more boosted colors when you are shooting, making your images look poppy and rich. And the F62 definitely has a red bias, whereas the Mi 10i offers a pixel-like contrasty look. Both are not accurate, but the Mi 10i tends to look more natural. I prefer the Mi 10i's look. What's your pick? While Xiaomi has improved the dynamic range performance of the algorithm by a stretch, the Mi 10i still struggles with overblown highlights time and again. Take a look at the section near the windowsill and you will see that the Mi 10i has definitely blown out the highlights. And you can see a lot of noise and some ugly chromatic aberration on the bottom right corner. The dynamic range performance of Samsung phones are clearly better. Coming to portrait shots, whether it's the edge detection, facial tones, sharpness, or color accuracy, the Mi 10i manages to easily beat the M51 and the F62. Take a closer look at the section around the subject's left ear or the left hand. You'll be able to tell that the Mi 10i does edge detection better. Moreover, the natural bokeh on the rear looks great too. You can once again see the F62's red bias here in the subject's facial tone. Now, if you like shooting macros, the 5 megapixel macro camera on the Samsung phones are better than the Mi 10i's 2 megapixel shooter. You don't really need my samples to tell you that. But by the way, I noticed once again that the M51 offers more natural colors compared to the F62, making it my favorite macro camera shooter, but then again, F62 is not too bad. If you like shooting ultra wide angle shots, you cannot go wrong with the M51 or the F62. The 12 megapixel shooters on these phones offer more details in the images and most importantly, a wider field of view thanks to the wider lens attached to the sensor. However, the edge distortion correction is equally good on all the three phones. Now moving on to selfies, I really like the fact that Samsung has fixed the facial tones on the F62. The F62 selfie is definitely the best of the lot here. It's been a while since I did a camera comparison of the Mi 10i and the artificial sharpening of facial textures is still present in the selfie pictures. I'm really not a fan. Although when it comes to selfie portraits, the Mi 10i does a better job of edge detection and fake blur. Now if you look at the selfie shot against the light, the Galaxy phones offer better dynamic range performance, for sure. In low light selfies, I like what the Mi 10i captures by default. With night mode on, the image becomes comically bright. If you compare the night mode selfies, the F62 selfie looks more natural and the facial tones are great too. But then again, when you compare the F62's night mode selfie to the Mi 10i's default selfie, I like the natural looking selfie of the F62. Overall though, the Galaxy F62's selfie camera is generally better than the other two. In my low light testing, I found that the F62 struggled a little bit. In our first sample without night mode, the Mi 10i is the sharpest of the lot. Plus, it has rendered the sky black and not blue like the M51 or the F62. And with night mode on, the Mi 10i is the crispest of the lot once again. Between the F62 and the M51 is sharper. In even darker scenarios, the contrast gets a bit annoying on the Mi 10i. With night mode on, you get a brighter exposure on the Mi 10i and the F62. And you will also notice that the M51 does a closer crop with the night mode on. As far as night mode details go, the Mi 10i is again better. When it comes to ultra wide angle night mode shots, I like the Mi 10i's processing despite using a lower resolution sensor. Despite the contrasty look, it manages to bring out more details and smoothen out the noise without softening the image. The F62 has a lot of noise and the M51 does a lot of noise compression and makes the image look soft in comparison. So yeah, unequivocally, the Mi 10i is the better camera of the three in low light shots. In fact, on most occasions, I preferred the M51 to the F62. When it comes to videos, you can shoot a maximum of 4K 30fps videos using the rear camera on all the three phones. But the Galaxy M51 and the F62 offer electronic image stabilization. The F62 offers the best stabilization of the three phones. In fact, even the colors, details, and sound recording is better on the M51 and the F62. Video recording is really not Xiaomi's strong suit. Hey guys, now I'm shooting a 4K 30fps selfie video using the Samsung Galaxy F62 and the Galaxy M51. Do let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the image quality. Hey guys, now I'm shooting a video using the front camera on the Mi 10i, which can go only up till 1080p 30fps. As for the videos using the front camera, the M51 and the F62 have an immediate advantage thanks to the fact that they can record 4K 30fps video, whereas Mi 10i tops out at 1080p 30fps. But yes, you don't get EIS at 4K resolution, but the footage looks very good. Now, one of the advantages of using a powerful processor is that it aids the camera with processing speeds, autofocus performance, and shot-to-shot speeds. And as expected, the autofocus performance and shot-to-shot speeds are better on the F62 compared to the M51. The M51 is definitely slower, but you know what? The Mi 10i is equally fast in locking focus. So yeah, when it comes to autofocus performance, the F62 and the Mi 10i are the best of the three. To sum it up, if you were expecting the Galaxy F62 to be the best mid-range smartphone camera, well, that ain't happening. In fact, it is only slightly better than the Galaxy M51 in certain scenarios, especially selfies. The camera that you still must pick if you want to have the best mid-range smartphone camera experience has to be the Mi 10i, unless you care a lot about macros and selfie camera performance. But when it comes to videography, the Galaxy F62 and the Galaxy M51 are definitely better options than the Mi 10i because they offer stabilization in 4K 30fps and of course they offer 4K 30fps video recording using the front camera. So what did you guys think of our full camera comparison? Do let us know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Eshar from My Smart Price signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.